You'll want to be by yourself before viewing Pauley Perrette's most recent photos because she flaunted everything, leaving very little room for interpretation. Hold on tight, because you won't believe this photo set until you see it. The beginning of it all occurs as Pauley steps onto a private rooftop at sunset, her silhouette contrasting with the fading sky. She is wearing nothing except a thin silk sarong that barely stays in place and is wrapped low around her hips. With one hand, she presses the cloth against her body, and with the other, she brushes back her hair. Her skin burns in the golden hour light, highlighting every curve with fire. Because the first photograph was honest, forthright, and unpolished, it sent supporters into a frenzy. The warmth of that rooftop wind and the pleasure pulsing through her veins are palpable. The next picture shows you backstage at a theater that has been closed. Pauley leans against a dusty velvet drape, her arms outstretched, one leg bent, her toes pointed like a ballet dancer. She has nothing except pride. A single flashlight highlights her form, casting eye-catching shadows that trace every curve. Of her body, this isn't about sly glances or obscure angles. It's about embracing her story, her strength, and her shape. She is facing the camera with burning eyes. It was as if she was urging everyone to look away. Then the most amazing scene, Pauley kneeling in front of the camera in an empty church hall while perched on a wooden pew. A tiny strip of fabric conceals enough to keep it art rather than scandal, but the rest cannot be hidden. The bright light streaming from the stained glass windows behind her paints her in red and blue hues. It's an incomprehensible visual puzzle, strange fusion of treasured space and fearless exposure. Fans went bananas on the internet. "Teach us your confidence," and "Pauley, you are iconic," were among the remarks. Many praised her for transforming nudity into art, calling it a masterclass in body positivity. She is best known on television as the icy forensic scientist, but now she is showing a side of herself that no one expected, and others applauded her bravery. It reminds us that public figures are whole, complex individuals with stories too, share outside of their roles. Why did Pauley do this? Insiders said it was part of a personal art project that explored vulnerability and empowerment. She collaborated with a photographer who focuses on preserving the splendor of the natural world. They filmed for 3 days in locations that resonated with her journey. The rooftop for desire, the theater for reinvention, and the church for introspection. Each location was chosen by Pauley herself, who looked for spots that revealed fragments of her story, both her past and her future. Kindly click like and share which of Pauley Perrette's daring photos most amazed you. Please share your definition of vulnerability in the space provided for comments below. Remember to ring the bell and subscribe so you don't miss our next in-depth conversation. Thank you for watching, and remember that often the courage to be real is the first step toward the most powerful work.